Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. I hope everybody has had a wonderful, productive day. I wanted to pop on here just for a little while, to talk about a few things that don't necessarily have to do with the beef sector. I was like, let's do some content real quick, real quick, real quick. It's a lot going on. So I want to talk about culture wars today, but before we do that, if you guys could please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Hey Miss Pretty Wings, hey Catherine Powell, hey Kim, hey girl, hey Joanna, hey Natasha Holiday, Life's Journey, Divinely Country, iPhone user, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all hit the like button for me. Like I said, it's not a lot going on around the B sector, not a lot, not anything that I want to talk about anyway. You know what I mean? And thanks for hitting the like button, Life Journey. Every time she come here, she's like, I hit the like button. Thank you, girl. So anyway, but I want to talk about a culture war that we are in the midst of, and black people are losing. So I know I told you guys earlier in the month that this is Black History Month, and I was gonna get in some of my my pro black content. A lot of people don't like to hear me talk about these types of subjects, particularly in the beef sector, but there's so much going on in the way of entertainment news. I figured I could cross section what's going on, the culture war that is going on in the entertainment world, cross section that off with a culture war that we have going on in this country, as well as some other things, right? Thank you, Joanna. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you, Joanna. Anyway, so let's get started. So, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people have heard. I don't know if you have or not. There was a young black man by the name of Amir Locke. He was gunned down while the Minneapolis police, and we know the Minneapolis police have been under scrutiny since the George Floyd killing, and so something has happened again, right? So this young black man, his name was Amir Locke. He was in an apartment sleeping. He had the cover on his head. He was asleep. The police had a no knock warrant for him. And in case you guys don't know what a no knock warrant is, a no knock warrant is when the police have permission to enter a residence, apartment, home, using the key. They don't have to knock on the door. They don't have to let you know they're in there till they're there. That's what and because of a no knock warrant, Breonna Taylor was killed, in Kentucky, because they issued a no knock warrant, for her address also, right? Breonna Taylor was upstairs sleeping with her boyfriend after watching the movie. She was killed via this no knock warrant. So it's happened again in Minneapolis. Young man, he was in an apartment sleeping. Um, the police, they opened the door with a key very quietly. He heard him in there. And as he was under a blanket sleeping, so he heard him in there. The police didn't announce themselves or anything. All he know is they came in the door. They're making noise. He had earlier purchased a registered handgun. The handgun was registered. It was in his name. The warrant was not for him. So he's raising up off the couch because he don't know what's going on. And he puts his hand on the gun, but his forefinger is not on the trigger. It's aimed down. And they shoot and kill him within a few seconds of entering the apartment. The warrant, like I said, once again, the warrant was not for him. he picked up his gun because he didn't know who was entering the apartment. Like I said, it was a no-knock warrant. They shot him dead. People are calling for the police officer Hanneman. His last name is Hanneman. I can't remember his first name, but they're calling for him to be fired. They've been protesting all weekend. They want justice for Amir Locke. Because like I said, he wasn't even a suspect, right? And so, an interesting thing about Hanneman. So the case has already been, pretty much taken to the I don't know if it's the court proceedings are underway, right? I don't know what I don't know if they're investigating it or what exactly is going on. But I heard a little while ago in the news that um evidently there's some sort of defense team or something like that, and the reports are sketchy, right? But the defense team has been charged with contempt of court. And the reason why this team well, whatever the investigators or whatever is going on, the judge called them, said that they were in contempt of court. The reason why the judge said that they were in contempt of court is because evidently there's some kind of notepad that this officer Hanneman has, and they confiscated this notepad. I'm saying it's kind of like a alleged murder book, right? Because we don't know what kind of shady stuff really is going on in Minneapolis with the police department unless it's televised, right? So the judge got a hold to this book, and he ordered the defense team, all the people that's investigating in reference to the officer Hanneman, to turn this book over to the prosecution. If I can say it, I'm probably using the wrong terminology, but they didn't do that. They turned it in. They turned it in back to what do you call it, the evidence place or something like that, so that they could determine a chain of custody. But that is not what the judge ordered, and because the judge didn't order that, he charged them with contempt. So they're already trying to manipulate the situation, right? And and also the Hanneman guy, the officer that killed Amir Locke, he's on paid administration leave. So I'm sure there's a lot more going to be coming out. With like I said, they're protesting in droves over the weekend, and we know the body cam footage has already been released. They try to say that the Amir Locke pointed the gun at them, but the body cam footage shows that he's pointing the gun, like I said, at the ground, and his finger is not on the trigger. His finger is on the side of the firearm. So the body cam is saying one thing, and like I said, that we would see something go on in real time, like we did with George Floyd, and they would try to tell you that you didn't see what you saw. You see what I'm saying? So all of that is going on in Minneapolis once again, with another young black man being gunned down. Once again, he was not even the suspect, right? They came in with a no-knock warrant. They surprised him, and now he's dead. And I want to mention that real fast, because there's not. It looks pretty cut and dry to me, but like I said, it's a lot going on with that. The officer, he hadn't been reprimanded yet. He on paid leave. They said it's pending an investigation. I don't know what really there is to investigation besides this alleged murder book. The body cam is pretty cut and dried, like it was in the George Floyd case. But like I said, they'll tell you, they'll make you think you saw what you didn't see. They're gonna try to tell you didn't see what you saw. And so that's what's going on right now. And so yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see uh what comes of these protests and all this and all that, right? So I want to mention that to you guys. Let's see. Another thing I want to talk about real fast that's going on in the entertainment world is Kanye West. Kanye West is going at it with the Kardashians, right? Now this is very interesting. Now people call Kanye crazy. Kanye West is not crazy, right? Kanye West is in a war. He's in a war with them Kardashian witches, right? Kanye West is in a war with them Kardashian witches is because they're trying to keep him away from his kids. Moreover, they're trying to keep him away from Northwest, right? They don't want him to have anything to do with Northwest. They pretty much want him to go away. So they're even going. So all weekend long, probably all week long last week, he has been launching attacks on the West, right? To the point to where well, now he started with Kim Kardashian's white boyfriend and comedian, that SNL comedian, I can't think of his name, but he done said the man allegedly got the virus, you know, and all of this and all of that. He started with him. Kim Kardashian wouldn't let him go to Northwest birthday party. It seems like Northwest is his favorite, the firstborn, the little girl. Now I and anyway, he couldn't go to the birthday. He couldn't go to the birthday party. That's how it got started, right? So, they really, really, we know they've been trying to call Kanye crazy, right? Kanye don't went on he went on a black press tour, right? So here's where the culture war come into place. And all of this is about a culture war, right? Even the Amir Locke thing. People are wanting to say civil war or race war. I'm calling it a culture war, right? So Kanye, since then, he's leaking a lot of stuff. Now, in response to what Kanye has been leaking, and all of a sudden, the Kardashian's brother, that fat one, what is his name, Rob Kardashian or whatever, some the text messages have been leaked out on him, saying the N-word repeatedly. He's calling himself, hey NYW, he's calling himself Mexican. He's not Mexican. He is pretty much one of those Russian gypsies, and he's Albanian, right? And Albanians are the black people or white people. That's what they call them. And moreover, they call them gypsies, right? Spiritual war. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, especially when it comes to them Kardashians, right? And so that's leaked out. They're talking about Khloe Kardashian again. I think it was some audio or something released on her, saying the N-word. The new boyfriend, Pete Davidson, that's his name, right? He got mental illness. I don't know what the deal is with Kim K and these mentally ill people. You know what I mean? But they thought they had him another one, because we know that they like Black D. Moreover, they like black melanin. Because they witches, and they want that blood. They want that blood through their kids for whatever reason. Who know what kind of spell they done spun? But they got Kanye messed up pretty much. But woohoo! But yeah, that Pete Davidson, he's mentally ill. He suffers from mental illness, like they say Kanye is suffering from mental illness. But Kanye crazy like a fox. It's turning out even this old Kanye needs to get joint custody and lock up Kim every time is denied. Yeah, well, they say the divorce done been stopped. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you said that, because they're going through a divorce, right? The divorce proceedings, come to find out, have been stalled. They have stalled the divorce proceedings is because they trying to Britney Spears Kanye, right? So now they want to put Kanye West under some sort of conservatorship, right? They thinking if they lock down his money, they're gonna shut him up, right? But Kanye knew what was gonna go on ahead of time, I think, because Kanye, I seen him do an interview. Who was that interview with? Somebody not too long ago, when he was saying, he was homeless. He go around to his other rap friends' houses and he sleeps there and he eats there. Now we know he's not homeless. We know for a fact he owned a lot of land in Wyoming or something like that. But he's not gone to any of his properties, and he goes around from these hotel to hotel. He carries a duffel bag. It's like he couch surfing, like it's couch surfing for the rich, right? Part of the reason why he feel like he got to move around, and duck and dodge, is because he think they coming to kill him like they killed Michael Jackson and what is his name, Michael Jackson and Prince, right? He feel like that the deep state is coming for him, right? And so for that reason he moves around a lot, right? Now when you black, when you go full nigga on a person, even though Kanye West is a billionaire, but when you want to move around and you want to hide from the police, You know what I mean? You know how to run and hide from the police. You know how to stick and move, right? So that's pretty much what Kanye is doing in plain sight, right? So, like I said, he's not standing any of his properties or anything. He's just moving around, with when it comes, cat surfing, basically. Even though he's a billionaire, they can't keep him in one spot because he think he gonna get killed by the deep state. Now, is he crazy for thinking that? No, no, he is not. No, he is not, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. Here, Sister 47 says, "I'm not surprised the Kardashians use the N word, but don't they realize the exception of Courtney, the children are black?" I mean, they realize, to the point to where they want to suck all the melanin out of black people. Like I said, they ain't nothing but a clan of witches. That's all that they are. They got them black children for the melanin. Kanye. Another thing Kanye got mad about is because he wanted his daughter Northwest taken off of TikTok, right? Because she's just 8 years old. He felt like the baby is too young to be on TikTok, right? Another thing, hey Chris Ali Orca, back in the entertainment company, right, right. Thank you, Chris. Chris, stick around for a minute. We're gonna get into some other stuff, right? So one problem he had with her is about the TikTok thing that was recent, right? That set him off. He wanted off TikTok. Another thing a while back, if you guys might remember, I don't know if you heard about it or not, he had a problem with the way that Kim Kardashian was dressed in Northwest. He felt like she dressed the little girl, to adult, to be so young. He had a problem with that. And I'm so happy Reggie Bush woke up and walked away from okay, he get saved his life. Okay, because we know them other ones, they put them spells on them and they just be gone. You know what I mean? They just be slaves to the Kardashians, pretty much, right? They even done sucked Rob dry. And then his daughter is mixed too. Black China is his child's mother. He even in with that stuff, right? So, anyway, Kanye is pretty much going hard at the Kardashians. Every time they try to hit him, he hit them back to the point to where they losing, right? And so, like I said, he crazy like a fox. Now they trying to do the conservatorship thing. Kanye ain't worried about no conservatorship, okay? Because black folks, we know how to move, right? He wasn't born rich, and he know how to move around. Ain't no telling what kind of cash he got stashed. That stuff that they did to Britney Spears and that conservatorship, that's not gonna work for Kanye. He don't went full nigga on their ass, okay? In the first, in the first place. Ooh, challenge stop. Kill for the pimp. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's what Kris Jenner did. She pimped her kids out. They wouldn't have been on right now. They don't have no talent or nothing. They claim the fame is that sex tape between Kim Kardashian and what's his name? Ray J, or whatever his name is, Brandy's brother. That's how they got on. That's their claim to fame. If it wasn't for that and she didn't flip it around, she was like, we ain't gonna be embarrassed about this. We gonna flip this around and we gonna make money off of it, right? And so that's how they got on right to this today. But they made their billions by culturally appropriating everything from clothes to makeup and hairstyles from black women, right? They culturally appropriated the female image, right? The black woman's image, right? They're culturally appropriating. They're sucking from their melanin. Ain't no telling what kind of lead blood rituals they doing over there with them kids and them other men. And ain't no telling what's really going on with them witches, okay? Ain't no telling what's going on. But Kim is playing a rate, because I'm gonna call them the Kardashian clans, right? Because she really, times is changing. Like I said, we undergoing a culture war, and Kim says she don't want to fool with no more black men. In the first place, bitch, are we supposed to be surprised? I mean, I'm like confused. I'm confused, But then, like I said, maybe they done made so much money, they feel like they ain't got a culture to appropriate anything anymore. But if you notice, they want to change everybody but Courtney. They've changed their faces and their bodies. They got these mixed kids. Anything to replicate the black woman, right? A lot of black women and men support them. I don't know why they ain't doing nothing, but I mean, pretty much uplifting the enemy, right? So they want to transform themselves into being the black woman without being the black woman, while simultaneously stealing from the image of black culture, i.e., black women, as well as trying to make the playing into the part, playing into the colorism thing, playing into the black woman ain't ish, the black woman is ugly, or take, they're gonna be, I'm gonna call it, they want to be transracial, if you will. Have you guys ever heard the term transracialism? And all this and all that. Yeah, they did. They tried to say Kim Kardashian started the French braid, right? The cornrows. They try to attribute the cornrows to Kim Kardashian. I'm like, excuse me? But yeah, they doing all that, right? And so, child, what's a lot going on? Oh, what was I going to tell y'all something else? And part of the reason why Kanye, but every time they try to come at Kanye, they come in with his money. He ain't worried about that. The reason why Kanye don't think that the Kardashians necessarily or try to, I've always liked Kendall Jenner. She is natural and normal. LOL. You don't see her, in the news. Is that the one that's the model, or is that the one that keep having the? Which one is the one that have the just had a baby by Travis Scott? I don't know who that is. Those were Fulani braids from the Fulani. Absolutely. I mean, we all know that. Yeah, I mean, wasn't nobody going for that crap. You know what I mean? Cornrows here. Right, Catherine Pap. But yeah, anyway, and them Jenners, I mean, like, look at what's the bet? Bruce. That's Bruce's daughter, right? In the first place, Bruce, I don't know what's Bruce's name again? Because he done had a gender reassignment. His name ain't Bruce no more. What is it now? I can't think of the name now, but yeah, she's the model, and that's Kylie. Okay, yeah, all of them, they all racist, even to the daddy slash mama or whatever, right? He's a Trump supporter. They all Kardashian clans. They all stick together at the end of the day. Even went back to that. Which one was the ones was fooling with Jordan Woods? I remember Jordan Woods, Caitlyn Jenner. That's what they call her now, Caitlyn, right? Even though one of them was friends with Jordan Woods, Khloe Kardashian thought Jordan was trying to holler at her baby daddy. What was his name? The basketball player. It was him the whole time trying to holler at that little girl. So she figured she was gonna bring down. She was going pretty much blackball Jordan Woods before she even got started, and she would have done it too if it wasn't for Jada Pinkett. Jada said, hold up, this is what we're not gonna do. So Jada brought her to the red table talk, let her do a little interview. They had to back off, right? Every time Tristan, that's his name, every time they try to do something, in order like to pay Kanye back, it backfires. Because Kanye, the reason why it's backfired with Kanye is the same way it backfired with Jordan Woods, is because black people, the only power that black people have is cultural power, right? we don't have political power, and what little bit of political power we started to garner, they're trying to change that and shoot that down now because they got afraid of Stacey Abrams and how she flipped Georgia, so they're trying to roll back voting rights. Okay, like voting rights before pre civil rights movement voting rights era. They're trying to roll that back. You know what I mean? They doing it up under black folks' noses because they know a lot of us be consumed with other things like defending the rights of black people from being gunned down in the streets and hung from trees. So they're trying to roll back voting rights. They're trying to do all this and all that because they got scared. You know what I mean? And a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So they will blitz you with a whole bunch of stuff that's not necessarily why they trying to change the laws, on black people, right? But they it's so much coming at us at one time. You can't focus on one thing, right? Everybody can't be everything to everybody, right? Even to the point to where they use us against us. Now we know this. That's what's wrong with Whoopi, but we know this. So anyway, let's get back to Kanye, right? So Kanye decided, in his defense, what he's going to do is he's going to start this black press tour, right? So Kanye be going around to the black vloggers and bloggers and, speaking out like Kanye do. We remember back. Now, if you think about it, like I said, Courtney had plastic surgery too. She had breast implants years ago. I mean, all of them Kardashians to me, they all ugly, except for what is her name? The one that ain't never went black. That one. Now she herself. The other ones that had too much work done. They plastic, especially Chloe, big dyke looking ass. Okay, and so y'all made me forget forget what I was gonna say. Um, shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Kanye is going on the press tour, right? Now y'all remember when he was going back, everybody was anti Kanye. Now I'm starting to think that Kanye be messing with people on purpose. He like a shock jock, right? Just to see what you gonna do. Now we remember when he was going around. She showed who looked different. She showed her look different. I'm going to show you a picture, Chloe, in a minute before she got all that facial surgery, Joanna. But we remember when Kanye put on the MAGA hat and he was pro-Trump, Trump, and he said the thing that he said, slavery was a choice. We know all that stuff, all this and all that other old crazy whacked out stuff that he was saying, this, that, and the other, right? And he be effing with people. I think he started saying that stuff in retrospect to see what that Kardashian clan, see how they was really thinking or whatever the hell he had going on, right? And he went from there to being uber yay, you know what I mean? Uber Christian, but then he did that video here not too long ago. It's supposed to be in a religious album, Kanye the Christian or whatever. And then we saw that extended the listening party and that stuff he did with that burning house and all of this and all that. And he had that Merlin Manson up there and all of this and all that. It was a whole demonic ritual, right? And I'm thinking, well, what God is he serving? Like, people really need to see what's going on, right? And so we seen all that. Kanye, he in another dimension. In my mind, Kanye is in another dimension, right? But he crazy like a fox though. So we got that going on with him. So now he coming straight for the Kardashians, right? The first time he went for the Kardashians, Kim got him to calm down because he was going after the mama, right? So Kim got him to calm down. Now they going through the divorce. They're trying to yank his money. He don't give a damn. Ain't no telling what he really got. So they really can't do him like that. He's sticking and moving because of the deep state. He think the deep state want to kill him because he flipped on Trump. He wasn't never really weird. Wasn't never really real in my mind about the Trump support thing. He was just trying to see what was going on. This is how his mind works. His mind works in circles. You know what I mean? And so, but we're gonna have to see what's going on. Who gonna win between Kanye and the Kardashians? Now you got to realize the reason why there are a lot of entertainers that don't fool with them dang on Kardashians, like Jay-Z and Beyonce. We know they don't fool with them, right? Rihanna don't fool with them Kardashians. It's a lot of especially black female entertainers that don't fool with them Kardashian chicks, right? Because the only thing they want to do is suck on your melanin power, right? Suck on your melanin power, right? They want to suck on your female melanin power. They want to literally suck on your male melanin power. It's just, and they say something that they say the reason why Jordan and Kendall and Kylie or whichever one it was so close, because they used to be in some kind of teenage love affair or something, and they say Chloe used to like the black girls. They saying she got a whole lot of masculine energy. Okay. That's what they saying about Chloe. Did y'all ever see that picture of Chloe with the black girls on the dog chain? They was at some kind of costume party and Chloe posed to be the pimp. And Megan Good was one of the girls in them ATL twins and some other chick. They had a dog collar on them and all of this and all that. And that's before she got all that surgery and turned female. All this and all that was going on with the chick. They say she can't keep a man because she a man. She got a lot of masculine energy. But anyway, the same kind of picture The same way they try to condemn Snoop Dogg about pimp culture, uplifting pimp culture and stuff, is the same thing that Khloe Kardashian did, and they trying to praise her for it. Let me show y'all that picture. I found that picture so I can show it to y'all. And I didn't even think about a whole bunch of this. I was listening to another channel, and I was like, you know what, I want to add to my commentary when it comes to where's that picture at? Hold on. This photo right here. Now look at her. Now this is Khloe Kardashian before she had her face fixed up. Y'all see Megan Good right there on the far right? That's Megan Good. Is that y'all left or your left? But that's Megan Good right there. And then the two in the middle is them twins that she used to hang around with. I heard she used to be in a relationship with one of those twins, and I don't know who that chick is on the end right there, right? Y'all remember that picture? So this is her thinking she got some kind of authority over black women, right? There's more to this picture than just a simple costume party. You know, they're real ignorant around Hollywood, and they thought it was cool. Why these beautiful black women, especially Megan Fox, thought it was cool to do this kind of thing at a costume party is beyond me. You know what I mean? And so it's disgusting. Yeah, they say Khloe is but she really ain't. They say they did a DNA and it wasn't OJ's daughter or something like that, right? Yeah, you see Megan Good? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So Khloe and the pig look like Jeffree Star. You know Jeffree Star, that's old girl's good Judy. What's her name? Kim. And he can't stand black women, Jeffree Star can't. You a mess, David. But yeah, that's old Khloe. That's Khloe. Khloe the pimp. Now, Snoop Dogg, like I said, they don't like cause he, is all for pimp culture. But a photo like this and Khloe Kardashian, they thought it was cool. They ain't never had a problem with that. Even though they done heard her calling folks the N-word and all this here and all that there. But that's just denigrating the black woman. To me, that's what it's saying. You're gonna take all these beautiful black women, but you suppose your white ugly ass supposed to be in control of the girls. Okay, but what you're doing is you trying to suck up the melanin any way you can, bitch. Even if it's down your throat, even if it's having them for dinner, just any way y'all can. That's what y'all want to do, right? But that's what people get for playing in the colorism. You know what I mean? Black men in particular. Just because they like black dick and you make black babies, it don't mean they like black people. And it's mean they're using your ass for your spiritual energy, okay? And that's as good as I can put it. And these Kardashian, these witches, they probably blood witches, and they all for this shit right here, right? They sucking up his energy. That's how they got to this claim. That's how they got, this claim to fame. That's the only reason why they're popular right now, because they start twerking around with black folks, right? The mama is the one that's the pimp. What is her name? Whatever the mama's name is, she the one got this shit started. Head witch in charge, right? She got so many faces. She looked like JoJo, the singer here in the face. Exactly. And so it's just disgusting. Let me get this off here, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this off here. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how it turns out between Kanye versus the Kardashians. As far as the culture war with Kanye and the Kardashians right now, Kanye is winning because every time Water Sniper, every time they try to come at Kanye with something, even his conservatorship, he'll be one step ahead. He don't give a damn about them trying to put a conservatorship on his money. Kanye is black. He know how to move. Okay, he got friends, and so it just he ain't even on that right now. He ain't on that monetary. If they think they can control him via conservatorship, they're gonna be wrong. They can't control that man about his money. He ain't even at home right now. He rich people cat surfing already. He got to me at the end of the day. If he got to when all else fails, he ain't gonna do nothing but go back to his big brother, Jay-Z. We don't know what Jay-Z and him talking about in the background. Beyonce ain't never fooled with the bitch. Rihanna ain't never fooled with the bitch. They say Sierra won't fool with the bitch. Every black female entertainer that them Kardashians try to get close to, that they won't fool with them. in particular. Do you see what I'm saying? Rihanna changed the game on them. They thought they was culturally appropriating. They was stealing from these black makeup artists and stuff like that. Stealing their makeup styles, stealing their makeup brands, stealing their clothes and stuff of non-established black makeup artists and black designers that weren't really popular. They was stealing from them, right? And that's how they got their money too, right? Rihanna came and changed the game on them, right? So Rihanna went 50 on their ass. And when Rihanna went 50 on their ass, she started taking money out of their pocket. And so now you see all these makeup companies and stuff trying to make more black products, right? Because like I said, Rihanna came in and she dominated. And now she a billionaire, right? The whole time people not realizing that you got Jay-Z and the Beyoncé's in the background doing what they do. Even up when it come to the public, they'll run up and they'll jot back. You know what I mean? And so it's a lot going on behind the scenes. But in my opinion, we are in the midst of a culture war because, like I said, the one thing that black people got going for us is we got cultural power, right? And so if we stop sharing our flair for makeup, hair, clothes, music, sports and stuff like that, they're going to be on the losing end. And what I mean by on the losing end is they'll start to lose money. And we know that money rules the world. We live in a capitalistic United States of America, and they don't want that to happen. And that's why every time they come for Kanye, he get the better of him, right? So he winning right now. He still think they're gonna kill him like they killed Prince and Michael Jackson, but you know what I mean? He's sticking and moving. He's doing what he can do. But right now, and at the end of the day, I really feel like he's fighting for his child. I really feel like he's fighting for Northwest. That's what I feel like at the end of the day. They done pissed him the fuck off. But he winning right now, so we gonna see. Hey, Seven, we gonna see. Now a little bit. Now, I don't know nothing about sports, right? But since we doing entertainment, y'all know that NFL. I can't think of his name. I forgot to write his name down. The guy, he was a head coach for the Miami Dolphins, I believe. But he's the one that's suing. Somebody tell me his name, Water Sniper. He's suing the NFL, right? And so my thing is, when it comes to the NFL, and this is what I mean by culture war, right? They say the NFL is over 70% black, right? My thing is, if it's over 70% black and they got all this racism going on, Brian Flores, thank you. And he's suing them, right, for not having enough minorities coaching and the way that they did him. They tried to get him to make the Dolphins lose so they could get a better draft pick and all this and all that, right? Clearly they've been racist. Cap told us they was racist, right? But he wasn't black enough, right? Not only was he not black enough, he didn't even have nobody behind him. Now, my thing is, if the NFL is over 70% black, the players, why is it that they can't get together and protest and boycott the NFL? Because if all the black players would join together and refuse to play the dang game, the game would come to a halt. Okay, they wouldn't have nothing else they could do but go to the table and talk. They even have discrimination, when it comes to medical benefits and stuff. Talking about the NFL, all the players suffering from CTE and all that other type of body damage. They even have medical discrimination. All of this and all that is going on. They fired Coach Brian Flores, leading the Dolphins in the 2 winners. Right, they fired him anyway, right? So he's suing them, right? But my thing is, why you didn't want to stand up behind Cap, right? You was too scared to stand up, right? So why are you too scared? You don't want to lose a few dollars. If it's 70%, over 70% black in the NFL, you can't lose. You can't lose. It is no way they can replace all of these black team members, with other people willing to play in enough time to have a successful season. So I say boycott, walk out on them, right? Right. They won't let no black people on the NFL team. Y'all remember a little while back was Diddy and Jay-Z and a couple of other people, they were wanting to start their own NFL team. We see how that worked out, don't we? Okay. And so anyway, we got all these diversity talks going on once again, concerning the NFL, and it's no wonder why the Super Bowl halftime is the stars are who they are, right? Because even before this Flores thing got real hot, they announced the Super Bowl act, which is Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar, right? So we got all of them up there on stage. I guess they're trying to calm down the black folks or whatever. So that's who's gonna be on the halftime, right? Like I said, culture war. I don't know nothing about the inner workings of the NFL, but to me, if you got the numbers, you can demand a change. But they're not doing it because we know, unfortunately, when it comes to our brothers, a lot of them are selfish. A lot of them are emasculated. A lot of them just want to do what they do without no problems. They don't care nothing about their people, and a lot of them are divested. There's a whole bunch of reasons, but it's unfortunate that they can't, work together to bring about change when it comes to the NFL, right? That's messed up. But it is what it is. That's another example of culture war. What else we want to talk about next? I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I didn't mean to be this long. So let's talk about we talked a little bit about Chloe. They better go to the playbook of what the black football players in 1966. They boycotted and the game was moved out of New Orleans, and the black players won. That's why I'm saying they can't. They got the power behind them, and but they won't exercise their power, you know. Maybe Monique. So let's talk about Whoopi Goldberg. So also in our entertainment slash culture war news, well, we know Whoopi Goldberg got suspended 2 weeks from the View, right? She got suspended for 2 weeks from the View. And she was suspended because she said that when it came to the Holocaust, it was not about race, that it was about man's inhumanity to man, right? And she's true when she says that there's a difference between race, ethnicity, and race, ethnicity. I can't never say the word, and religion. She true about that's the truth. It is right, but for the fact that she said that it wasn't about race, that is what got her suspended. Now it is also about man's inhumanity towards man. We've seen this over and over again because history has shown us that if you don't learn from a thing, you'll keep repeating it, right? And so Whoopi got suspended for saying those words. Since then, they are now calling for her to be fired. They're really trying to call her anti-Semitic in a roundabout way, right? Even though she had her name changed from whatever the hell it actually is to Goldberg, right? And that's because she was married to one of her husbands or something like that. She converted into Judaism, right? So it changed her last name to Goldberg, right? And so they're really trying to call her anti-Semitic the long way, right? But because of her support for Mel Gibson, now Mel Gibson, a couple of years ago, said a whole bunch of anti-Semitic things, right? He said a whole bunch of things against the Jewish people and the Jewish faith, right? So Whoopi Goldberg comes out in support of Mel Gibson, right? And she was like, I know Mel Gibson is not racist because of A, B, C, or D, right? So now they're trying to bring that back up. The reason why they're trying to bring that back up is because they're trying to get her fired from The View. So they're bringing that up. Whoopi Goldberg is not backing down. But I don't feel sorry for Whoopi Goldberg. In the first place, Whoopi ain't got to work. She probably turned them anyway. Like honestly, the truth be told, Bill Belichick accidentally sent Mike Flores a text message congratulating him on getting a position, but it was supposed to go to Brian DeBoer. Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's crazy, right? Wow. Mel ain't the only one. A lot of those people have. Whoopi was with Ted Danson. Well, she was married to Ted Danson for a while. It's her ex-husband. He used to be a real popular Hollywood actor. Google him if you don't know what he's a tall guy. If you don't know what he looked like. So anyway, she was with Ted Danson when he had on blackface. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't even know Mel did blackface, but there was at a party and she was with Ted Danson when he had on blackface, right? And so I'm not surprised at that at all. Thanks, Miss Belinda. So yeah, she do stuff like that. You know, it seemed like the only time Whoopi is really riding. I think Whoopi is oh, I think Whoopi is Oprah Winfrey Black, right? And what I mean about that is, um, or maybe some people in Hollywood Black. You know what I mean? Like she like her and Oprah, they support somebody like Barack Obama, Barack and Michelle Obama, right? But she won't support somebody like Monique, you know. But she'll support a Mel Gibson, an anti-Semite, the white man, or support her husband, Ted Danson, in blackface. But like I said, she wanted to get Monique on the show when Monique was going through it, when Monique was being blackballed. Um, black when it's convenient. I can go for that Sheba Pisces, right? But you wanna make Monique look bad and further stick the knife in Monique's back, right? Now Steve Harvey did the same thing to Monique when Monique was speaking up about how black actors and actresses were treated in Hollywood, but Monique done made all of them eat their words, right? Because Monique was right. Okay. In the same way that they tried to do Monique, that's the same thing that's happening to Whoopi. Okay. Right now. And the same thing that happened to Steve Harvey too. They set him down. But Whoopi, they trying to take Whoopi down through there. They didn't forget. See, we know that when it comes to the synagogue of Satan, we know that they run Hollywood, right? And Whoopi did an interview and she pretty much said pretty much Hollywood was going down the drain and all this and all that. But before it go all the way down the drain, they're gonna take her with them, all right? They want her off of the View. They want her fired from the View. I don't even know if she's gonna come back or not after her 2 weeks. I guess time gonna tell. Joy Behar is a Jewish woman. Sitting up there and if you seen the clip of that when she was saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race, it was about man's humanity to man. You should have seen Joy's face. Because that is not entirely true. I mean, overall, it's about man's humanity. We see man's inhumanity to man on a daily basis. You know what I mean? So I can't believe Whoopi said that. I'm like, child, how did Joy feel? I mean, I'm sure. I mean, she's Jewish. I can only imagine how I bet she was shocked. You know what I mean? But I heard that Joy and Whoopi really ain't the best of friends. I heard that Joy Behar was jealous of Whoopi when Whoopi got the lead seat, over the View because Barbara Walters started that show, right? And Barbara is close friends with Whoopi, but Whoopi is losing her backing from Barbara Walters because Barbara Walters is really old. She ain't got that much longer to be around, right? So I don't know what made what is her name, Whoopi. I think she was offended by the word race because she feel embarrassed about some settings about talking about race. She already get, when you say the word, you use the word race. I think for whatever reason, people like Whoopi Goldberg, if you really don't like yourself, if you're really not proud of your blackness for real, you will get offended. You will feel insecure about that. So when coming up in the conversations when you're talking about the Jews and Holocaust and racism, she gonna take it personal. You know what I mean? Because she know what went on in the Holocaust. Let's keep it a buck. How you not gonna say my thing is, I said she misspoke the other day, right? I felt like she should have said something like the Holocaust was not only about racism, but it was also about man's inhumanity to man, right? But don't try to discount it and say that it wasn't about racism, because yes, it was. Even when it came to black people, the Holocaust had something to do with racism. Hitler sent some of his soldiers or whatever kind of people that work with him. Hitler sent them people down south to study how the Jim Crow era laws were treating black people down south. Okay, he had that go on. The Hitler, they were all the way up in the Appalachian Mountains, doing all this old creepy kind of research and stuff like this, and all this and all that. And Hitler compared when it was the Olympics, they had it in Germany. He spoke out against Jesse Owens, comparing him to a monkey. Saying that we're superior in. He was superior in track and fields because he's pretty much a primate. He's pretty much an ape because he was dominating, and that's what he compared him to. He compared just like the bell curve. They compared Hitler had as scientists said compared the skulls of black people to the skulls of apes, and then the skulls of white people, and said the white people's skulls were bigger because they were smarter. Said that our skulls were pretty much the same size as a monkey skull because we're more primate than human, right? So when you say it ain't about race, Whoopi, you wrong for that and you being disingenuous, okay? So part of his plan was to establish the Jews as a race separate from the Anglos within ancient history. They don't have. Well, the reason why we know that Hebrews aren't Anglos, right? Hebrews are not Anglos, so it is a different race of people. Hitler himself was his mama was Jewish, so like you trying to exterminate your own people. Hitler wasn't nothing more than a megalomaniac. He a motherfucking Donald Trump, a drug addicted megalomaniac with a Napoleon complex. Okay, and because he was so evil, and because the German people felt like the Jewish people at the time was over there getting all the money and stuff, and because it was more of them, he started spouting all this anti-Semitic rhetoric, and that was the outset of the Holocaust. Nobody even paid attention to Hitler for a long time until he started this Third Reich bull crap. But he didn't even start the Third Reich bull crap. He just kicked it up a notch, like the same thing that yes, that's right. That's right. He was just on his mom's side. Just like Donald Trump is doing right now. He got these crackers going crazy. Okay? Same thing that Hitler did back then. That's all. So you really can't say Whoopi really can't say that it's not about race. When it comes to now you can say you got a different type of Jew, some of them today, but then you got the Hasidic Jews. You still got a whole bunch of Jews that have no Anglo blood in them. So she really can't say that that's being disingenuous, right? We know that especially over in Ethiopia and in a lot of countries in Africa, there are Jewish peoples. They are fully melanated Jewish peoples, right? We know that. History has shown us that the original Hebrew was not an Anglo man, was not a white man, but some Jews are Ashkenazi, i.e., predominantly Caucasian, especially the ones from the German and the German ones and the Russian ones, but they are still Jewish peoples nonetheless. So you really can't say that, right? So she's being disingenuous when she say that. And I don't know if she was feeling, like insecure about the word race. I don't know what it was that made her say that crap. You know what I mean? I don't know. But whatever it is, they tired of, they want to get rid of her. And they've been wanting to take out Whoopi anyway ever since Obama got out of office, right? She just simply overstepped. But she pretty much, and they might even want to pay her back for the way that she did Meghan McCain. It got so heated on The View when Meghan McCain was there, they had to fire Meghan McCain, and Meghan McCain been speaking out against The View ever since. She mad because she got fired. Well, bitch, you shouldn't have been a Trump supporter with your racist ass. The hell? But so Whoopi, we're gonna have to see if she return with her confused ass to the viewer, and she don't. She probably don't even care. She probably sick of him anyway. To be quite honest with you, she want to be some kind of. She want to be some on some little small island over around there. You know, in the Mediterranean or something. That's what Whoopi want to do. She tired. So we're gonna get to Joe Rogan right now. That's what I'm going to talk about. It's gonna be my last thing. You know, I wasn't supposed to be on here this long. What about Joe Rogan getting a pass a little bit for continuing to say the N-word, racial slur? Oh no, he's not getting the pass. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So let's talk about Joe Rogan real fast before I get off here. So Joe Rogan, I'm sure a lot of you have heard Joe Rogan. He used to do what that shows, the Fear Factor, and he used to be a MMA wrestler, martial artist, or whatever. He probably done got kicked in his head so many times because he looked crazy as fuck. That he probably got CTE damage as well, right? So anyway, what y'all talking about? There's nothing new. Life's journey. Let me see what Life's journey says. There's nothing new under the sun. Just different players. You got that right. I agree with that, right? So anyway, if the European, the real Hebrews, the real Hebrews are the Mexicans, where the hell did that come from? Girl, you better stop listening to them Hebrew Israelites sitting on them corners and round up to the New York. They got you all confused, girl. Wrong continent, sister girl. I'm saying Spotify say he will not be. Yeah, they said he won't be fired. Well, as of yet, now let me tell you what's going on. You know, India.Arie spoke up and said she want her stuff off of Spotify, right? Now, since India.Arie spoke up and said that, her and a couple of other artists saying they want that stuff took off of Spotify because of Joe Rogan ape-ish. Okay, you know, they probably they might be rethinking Joe Rogan. Now, Joe Rogan, I'm thinking they want to really do Joe Rogan, if you're paying attention. They want to do Joe Rogan like they did, what is his name? Alex Jones. They want the Alex Jones Joe Rogan. This is what I'm thinking, right? And the reason why they want Alex Jones Joe Rogan, in my opinion, is not because he said the N-word. It's not because he be having these think tanks, these anti-black think tanks, or none of that. They want the Alex Jones Joe Rogan because Alex Jones is in the truth of he's with those truther people. Have you heard of those the truther that, you know, they like, I'm not gonna say they're Trump supporters or you know, they is anti-democrat. They call themselves the truthers, like Alex Jones was a conspiracy theorist InfoWars, right? They call themselves the truthers. Joe Rogan, you know, he got issues with the vaccine, right? So because he got issues with the vaccine and all this and all that, I think that the deep state and big pharma is trying to Alex Jones, Joe Rogan. That's why I think all of this stuff after all of this time is popping up. Cause see, a couple of years ago, Joe Rogan told a story on his podcast, right, on the show, right, and on the show, he said that him and his friends, they was gonna go see Planet of the Apes. Right now, listen to what he said. Him and his friends was gonna go see Planet of the Apes or something like that, right? And so he said they came into this neighborhood and it wasn't no white people there. He compared black people to apes, and he said their communities was like Planet of the Apes or something like that, right? And they say he done use the N-word over and over again. He goes so far as, now I don't think, now a lot of people for a long time, they try to swear up and down that Joe Rogan ain't racist, right? They try to say Joe Rogan ain't racist because he got a biracial stepdaughter, right? His wife, his now wife, has a biracial daughter. They got married, you know, like, so he the stepdaddy, right? But she had the daughter before him. She was married to an athlete or a entertainer or one of these groups, but that entertainer got killed, right? So she had the baby already. And so, yeah, that apology, that ain't no apology, but we're gonna get back to that. So anyway, that's why he's a stepdad to a biracial daughter, right? And so, but like I said, he made that comment, and he said the N-word a whole bunch of times. They have these, he goes as so far as to have these anti-black think tanks, right? Have you guys ever heard of the bell curve? Here's the one if you don't heard of the bell curve. I'm gonna give you a short version of it. The bell curve is like like a lot of what Hitler was trying to say back in his time. That's why they keep referencing Hitler when they talk about stuff like Whoopi, when they talk about stuff like Joe Rogan. It's just like Life Journey said, it's the same old players, just different players, right? What do you expect the people to look like him? It was called Africa 10. What do you expect? She wasn't married to Dino. She had a baby with the Dino from the R&B group. Also, she wasn't married to him. Okay. Well, anyway, she had a baby by him, right? And so now she married, or was, I don't know if they still married or not, but that's how he became the biracial daughter's stepdaddy, right? Because Joe and her, they were married, or they are married. I don't know if they still married, but they were at one point in time, right? And so anyway, wonder how that makes his stepdaughter feel, even if they are still married. I wonder what is how do the Kardashians think their kids is gonna feel when they get old enough to get on the internet and see all this racist stuff their parents been doing. You know, the people, that's why I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, let me tell y'all about the bell curve. Life Journey says she heard about the bell curve. So the bell curve, it was a book, a supposed study, a think tank about black people, right? So the bell curve theory is that black people are less intelligent than Anglo people, right? We have lower, the bell curve tells people that we are thought to have a lower IQ than white people, right? Sound familiar? Because they try this over and over again. And also, when it comes to the bell curve theory, now Joe Rogan, they have these think tanks, and they come on here using this rhetoric. They try to hide the rhetoric, but they still saying the same thing. Not only does the bell curve say that black people are less intelligent than white people, it also goes on to do a study about, they're saying that black people have a gene, a genome, a gene in our body, right, that makes us more prone to violence, right? Now that goes back to when we was talking about what Hitler was studying with the brain skulls and all this, comparing us to apes and all this and all that. That's just a new version of what Hitler was doing, right? And so that he have these think tanks, he have these whole panels and stuff, and they be talking about the bell curve and all these theories. And in my opinion, they are actually talking about themselves, okay? But because of propaganda, it's being pushed off onto us. But in my opinion, that information that they're talking about, they are talking about themselves. Okay, now I'm not gonna take it there because I'm not gonna get upset, but when it comes to these theories, the proof is in the pudding, right? I'm gonna put it that way. The proof is in the pudding. No, we do not have no goddamn violent gene. Okay, no, we are not less intelligent than Anglo people. All right, no, we are not. All right. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. But these are the kind of things that Joe Rogan was talking about. But anyway, like I said, they coming at him, and like I said, because he's speaking out against Big Pharma, right? First he was in favor, he was working with Big Pharma. Now he's speaking out against Big Pharma. You know what I mean? And not only are they using the racist stuff against him, come to find out, 3-4 years ago, talking about Alex Jones, come to find out, Alex Jones said he was going to take down Joe Rogan, right? So, so Joe Rogan, which is quickly turning into the newer version of Alex Jones, they are using some stuff from out of the Alex Jones X-Files on Joe Rogan. That's why a lot of this, the conversation about racism and all of this is popping up, because Alex Jones said he was going to take down Joe Rogan. Now, he said he was going to take down Joe Rogan because he got mad because Joe Rogan was used to talk about him when Alex Jones went and found some of the descendants of Thomas Jefferson and the little young girl he was fooling with, the one he got kids got. What was her name? Murray Higgins or Mary the little slave girl he got kids by, whatever. But in a so anyway, found some of them, and they were speaking out against black people, right? Some of them, they were speaking out against the interests of black people, right? This is some of Thomas Jefferson's descendants, right? Sally, I can't think of her last name, but the slave Sally, right? That's who we had kids by, right? And so they say the same with Aborigines in Australia. They say they lack a chromosome that makes them quickly drunk when they alcohol is a child. They have a small time span that makes them more aggressive than blacks. You talking about scientific? Oh, I'm the girl. Sally Hemming. Thank you, Life Journey. Thank you, Sally Hemming. But anyway, Alex Jones finds some of her peoples, some of the descendants of Sally Hemings, and Thomas Jefferson, and they got to speaking out against some issues concerning black people throughout the diaspora, speaking in favor of white America. And because Alex Jones had them on there doing that, Joe Rogan spoke out against that, and it pissed Alex Jones off. Now this is before they snatched him off the Infonet and snatched him up by the collar and threw him and Infowars off the internet, right? And so he said he was gonna get Joe Rogan back, right? So it's been 3-4 years. So whatever it was that Alex Jones had on Joe Rogan, they are now taking the file and they're using it for themselves, right? So I don't know if Alex Jones is feeling vindicated right about now, or I don't know what the hell going on, but they ain't through fooling with Joe yet. Now it would appear, now they say that they're not gonna take him off of Spotify, but like I said, India Arie, that black woman, got up there talking, saying she want to be done with Spotify. She want her music off of there. She want her podcast off of there. They started losing money immediately. In India, one black woman, right? They started coming for her on the internet because we know that India Arie is not mainstream. Black people right now. You know what I mean? But I do too, J Truth. I ain't gonna lie about some stuff that he was doing, cause some stuff he was telling the truth, but he racist as fuck. But then a whole bunch of that other stuff, there was some good shit Alex Jones was putting out, right? So anyway, they're calling for a boycott cause one black woman, right? And so now they trying to walk it back a little bit. They say Joe Rogan, they ain't gonna take him off Spotify, but they've taken off over 100 of his podcasts or whatever. And we're gonna have to see what happens going forward. But he done said so much derogatory stuff. Like I said, he got them bell curve think tanks, and they speaking that coded language. He ain't a Trump supporter, but he a truther. It's just a whole bunch of real ratchet stuff going on with this fool. You know what I mean? And so that's what's going on with Joe Rogan. We got to see what happened with him and Whoopi Goldberg at the end of the day. Because it's all whacked out. But for him to have Neil Diamond also said he wants his music off too. Oh, really? See, the thing is growing. So, Joe, you might be losing your spot after all, homeboy. Because, see, that's what you get, but it ain't causing racism at the end of the day. It ain't causing that. It's caused the deep state is coming for your ass like they came for Alex Jones, and Alex said he was gonna get your ass. Now you're ready to get got. It ain't never about us. That's what we gotta understand. It ain't never about us. They'll use us, but it's always about them at the end of the day because they don't give a damn about us. Okay? What do you think about Tandy Newton and her apology? I thought that was a whole bunch of bullshit. Bitch, what you mean? I apologize for taking your dark skin rose, and I apologize for taking your men. Bitch, who the fuck are you? Bitch, you don't look no better than nobody else. You ain't special. They be looking at too much internet. If you know who you are, see, now when it comes to young, let me say this. I talked about this earlier when it comes to the colorism and deeply melanated black women, right? Our beautiful black selves. They want to be us to the point to where you know, it's passive aggression. For Tandy Newton to come out and say some fake ass shit like that, that ain't nothing but passive aggression. Cause bitch, I know I'm beautiful. I know my deeply melanated ass is beautiful. Bitch, my titties beautiful, my ass beautiful, my curves beautiful, my hips beautiful, my force in her beautiful. Bitch, I'm beautiful. Do you, bitch? Ain't nobody worried about that shit. And if you're a deeply melanated woman, and your melanin be popping, especially if you young. Don't let none of these stupid ass bitches with their passive aggressive asses be making you feel no kind of way. That's what's wrong with your motherfucking Kardashians. That's why they gotta when it comes to some black men, they want to make you feel bad because you're a melanated, beautiful black woman. Make you feel bad about yourself and uplift them motherfucking bitches that they fucking with because they too weak to fuck around with you. That's all that is. They're trying to reverse psychology some shit. Even when it comes to motherfucking Michael Eric Dyson, I talked about his motherfucking ass. I used to love me some Michael Eric Dyson. So he gonna call himself, and this ain't nothing but some goddamn Democratic bullshit. Okay, and a motherfucking dog whistle and shit to keep the black women hooked up with the Democratic Party. He don't give a fuck who you fuck with, because he fuck with a light-skinned black woman. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but you don't be telling dark-skinned women, it ain't nothing wrong with you divesting. It ain't nothing wrong with you messing with a non-black, bottom-shelf motherfucking brand. And we all deserve it. Nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, girl, it be a lot. It be a lot going on. I've been trying to stay middle of the road, but that Tandy thing set me off because I was like, look at this bitch. Bitch, you ain't even that cute in the first place. Yeah, she could have kept that to herself. The bitch ain't even that cute. So I'm confused as to, like, bitch, you look like when your mouth is closed, like you ain't got your fake teeth in your mouth. You ain't that cute, bitch. I'm confused. Like, I don't even know where these bitches be coming from with this bullshit. But anyway, that's the colorism bullshit. So I like to see channel like Chrissy. You know, she fights colorism and Rashida Strober and so many other beautiful melanated black women letting other, especially young black women, know that, hey, your black is beautiful. Bitch, your melanin be popping. Your ass, they be buying your ass that you got. God gave you that ass. Cornbread gave you that ass, bitch. And it helps the motherfucking titties and them thighs. So you ain't got to get nothing shot in your ass or your hips or nothing like that. Just live long enough. Just wait a minute. Okay? They want you to think there's something wrong with that shit. You got these white bitches try to imitate you. They tell you don't look motherfucking good enough by something that God gave you, and you ain't had to spend a dime for it, bitch. You was born with that shit. Okay, but they want to make you feel bad about you to uplift them because they jealous of your motherfucking ass. Okay, and I'm sorry, I get emotional about that because if it wasn't for us, melanated women, there would be no them. So bitches like Tandy and these transforming ass bitches, they can save that shit. That's some whack ass shit. But, you know, young people are so screwed up with the internet and then you got black men being some black men being colorist and shit. You know, I spent the whole weekend looking at some old rom-coms. Like I looked at The Best Man. I looked at The Best Man 2. I looked at The Brothers. I looked at Love and Basketball. You know, it's February. You know, I like my black rom-coms, right? Deliver Us Some Evil. Y'all notice how brown skin used to be celebrated on the screen? You know, Poetic Justice. Our brown skin used to be celebrated on the screen, right? You know, and now when it comes to representing black people, you see a whole bunch of lighter skin black people, or mixed black people or whatever. But our brown skin used to be celebrated back in the day. You know what I mean? And so now they keep trying to, it ain't nothing but fake fucking propaganda. You know what I mean? They trying to cow herd black women to get with non-black men. And that ain't cause they love you. It ain't cause your black men hate you. It's cause they want your motherfucking melanin. Okay? Because only the strong survive. All right? They trying to save their own shit. But that's a video for another day. Motherfuckers better pay attention to what's going on. Then you got black people joining in on the shit. The divestors. Okay? Then you got niggas killing people online. Did y'all hear about that black man that killed his child's mother while the son watched on Facebook Live and then picked out the funeral outfit? Now, and then we just heard last week of the dude from Memphis. He pled not guilty today to killing his child's mama and the poor little 2-day-old baby. Nigga, how you gonna plead not guilty? See, there's something else going on in the air. People need to wake up. We're in the survival of the fittest, right? Like the fucking Hunger Games around this bitch. That's why I say it's a culture war. We don't have the monetary power. We don't have political power, but we got fucking cultural power. And I think what goddamn Kanye West is doing to them Kardashians is a perfect example of that. But on some things, we ain't all got to get along on everything. But when it comes to survival, if we don't start getting along and waking the fuck up, I'm talking about when it comes to things that matter. I'm not talking about no YouTube shit. I'm not talking about no basic shit. I'm talking about when we coming up, when we're in the midst of fighting for our very existence. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, suicide has been on the rise, especially between young black people. It's something going on. And we always behind the 8 ball. We always behind the curve ball. And by the time we catch up and realize what's going on, it's too fucking late. Especially when it comes with these chemicals and shit. We don't know what the hell be going on that work against us instead of for us. We see what they did with the Tuskegee project. You see what I'm saying? We see what they did with we see what they're doing with medical apartheid, even to this day, picking and choosing. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I mean? It's a lot going on. But anyway, I try not to go too far with this video. I don't like nobody talking about my black women's because we are the fucking bomb. Period. Okay? Ugh. It's because we assimilated every aspect of their culture. Unfortunately, a lot of us, absolutely. But as you assimilate, you got to keep your eye open. You got to learn how to move. You don't mean you got to assimilate. But a lot of people have. I agree with that. You just got to learn how to move. Thank you, B. Monique. I'm just glad that Kanye is posting everything, so he'll have that paper. Kanye, like I said, he crazy like a fox. He crazy like a fox. I'm telling you, he crazy like he winning right now. He winning right now, though, Joanna. I feel you. They talking about conservatorship. They don't know Kanye don't give a fuck about no conservatorship. He ain't Britney Spears. Like, they ain't stopping no show. They try to get him on a conservatorship. They'll hear shit. That motherfucker start making beats for cash or some kind of shit. Black folks know how to make it. Kanye be like, y'all can keep that shit. I'll make me something. They don't give a damn. That shit is crazy. It's been a discussion that thank you, Life's Journey. And I hope I didn't offend nobody, but the truth is the light of the world. And I don't like how they be trying to play us, melanated women, because we are beautiful. So it just period. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. They're gonna use his mental state against him. They're gonna try. Well, they already tried. They're trying to get him a conservatorship on him. You must just came in late, Maverick. The divorce settlement, the divorce has stalled because they're trying to put a conservative, like they did Britney Spears with the conservatorship. They're trying to do that to Kanye. That's what Kim trying to do, and think it's gonna make him be quiet if she try to be over his money or something. But he already is going from place to place and going all over the world with one duffel bag and sleeping with friends, sleeping at friends' house and shit. Because they think they trying to, he think the deep state is trying to kill him. He ain't even on his own property or nothing like that. Look, he done went full nigga on their ass. That's all I got to say. Kanye is not worried about them people in no damn conservatorship because it ain't going to shut nothing down because he don't give a damn. Black folks, at the end of the day, we know how to make money. And if they think it's going to stop him, no, not going to stop him at all. I feel Kanye deserves everything coming his way. And secretly he's working behind the scenes to get Trump back out. Now that's what they say, Sheba. But I don't know about working behind the scenes with Trump anymore because he pretty much denounced that. But you know, time will tell. I'm glad he sticking it to the Kardashians because that's what the witches get. After he posted today, she already trying. He had to take a drug. Kanye had to take a drug test. Oh damn, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, you came like that. You're gonna have to roll it back, Malvern. Kanye was doing all that with Trump, to try to get like who. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, you really don't know why he do what the hell he doing. You really don't know what. Like I said, he crazy like a fox. You really don't know what he doing until you reveal it to her or why he moving the way that he moving. But I do believe he really is moving from place to place, like sticking and moving and stuff because he think the deep state is trying to kill him. Now I do believe that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but he think that in his mind. Kanye gives no ifs about black people. I'm not saying that he do. Apparently, he's dating another white woman. I'm not investing any energy into him and his pride. Hey, that's how. Hey, what I mean? It's good drama. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad he beating them Kardashians down. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm glad he beating them heifers at their own game. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Maybe the other twin is working with Trump. Who knows? Child. Kanye should have kept laptop Ray J gave. He should have kept the laptop Ray J gave him. The list of his mother. Yes, the death of his mother that broke him. Yes, it did. Kanye is not crazy. Kanye is not crazy. Just Kanye. Well, yeah, no, I don't think he. I think he crazy like a fox. I think he talking circles on purpose. I think I think he did have some kind of psychotic break or some kind of psychotic something at the death of his mom. But he ain't stupid. But I think that he is a genius in his own right. I don't think they trying to make it. I don't think they trying to Britney Spears him because they don't understand him. But they not realizing that he already knew that. That's the way why he moving the way that he moving. So it ain't gonna work, you know. So yeah, but like I said, it's an interesting fight. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I really think he fighting for his daughter. I really think he fighting for Northwest, you know. And so when they deny him access to his daughter, Northwest, not even the rest of them, but Northwest, when they what set him off this last time is because they said he couldn't come to Northwest's birthday party. That's when he started his Black People Press tour. That laptop allegedly has more footage of Kim and Ray J. He could have at least made a copy to use for that. I mean, you know what, Levon? They got popular off of that Ray J footage. Okay, that's how they became billionaires. Cause the video, the Ray J and Kim K video. That's why they're a household name right now. Cause of that one. I hope they're giving Ray J a cut. Okay, I hope Kris Jenner giving him a cut. Cause if it wasn't for that coming out and she decided to flip it, they wouldn't be who they are today. You know. So yeah, they don't care. Shit, that'll make them more money. They just go flip it. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all. But yeah, we gotta pay attention, guys. I think that's it. I'm gonna get off here. I didn't mean to be on here longer than an hour, but it'll be a lot to talk about. Like I said, it's not a lot that I seen around going on the B sector. I said, well, let me get on here and just wax poetic for a while about some stuff that I've seen online. Where is the mama? Leak that video. Word is the mom. I believe it. I don't know. I know old girl flipped it. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, don't feel embarrassed about this, Kim. We're going to make some money. Because, they said before, the tape came out, she owned a little clothing store for kids. And at one point in time, they were so broke that she was cleaning her friend's house. You know what I mean? And so at one point in time, they had got so low on money after the father died, and so they flipped that. They slapped it up, they flipped it, and they rubbed it down. Oh no! And so, yeah, Kanye doing what he's doing, because the Kardashians dominate the media, and he's dominating them. Anytime a story come out negative about Kanye, it's the Kardashians, exactly. That's why I said he crazy like a fox. It ain't no lie. Kim is trying to revamp her image to a social justice war. Yeah, she said she don't want to fool with no black guys no more too. That's why she fooling with Pete Davidson, but he got mental illness too. How you gonna try to get a conservatorship over Kanye when you dealing with another person that's got mental issues? They are witches. I believe they're doing, allegedly, I think they're doing blood rituals over there. And I'm not even lying to you. I'm put it past them. That's why I think they're allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly doing, okay? Kim used to be Brandy assistant. Is that right? See, I didn't know that, Lexington. But anyway, let me get out here, y'all. You guys have a wonderful night. I love entertainment segments and doing a little talk black to me conversation once in a while. And so yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. All right. They didn't do anything. Our people create them, but they the ones that reap the bit. Hey, it is what. Hey, Kim was a bedroom closet. What? That's why Kim and Beyonce. Oh yeah, Beyonce. Child. Do you think Beyonce ever gonna take her crown off and deal with that peasant? Beyonce would never deal with that peasant child. Oh, child, please. She seen that coming for them, and then Beyonce knows Kim. She really didn't even want she didn't even want what's his name. She didn't want Kanye. She wanted Jay-Z. That's what she wanted. Thank you, B Monique. Thank you, Light But anyway, y'all, I gotta get off here, okay? I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Have a nice rest of your night. Have a wonderful work day tomorrow. Okay, y'all be safe out there. You know, keep yourself safe, keep yourself warm. I love you guys, and I'm gonna talk to you later, okay? Bye. Oh, please hit that like button on your way out the door if you haven't. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, that membership button, and even that share button if you want to, girl. I hope y'all like this conversation. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Peace.